Okay, we're back. Hey folks, this is Rotorstorm again. This is my second and final run of the day with HyperDyne Sidearms. This was made in 1986 by Capcom. And of course, this game has a certain mechanic from a certain Three Kingdoms game that also requires you to attack left and right as well. Definitely requires a whole large amount of multitasking. Of course, we'll be playing this on level 0 because it's a little bit tolerable for me, and it's definitely the way I prefer playing this game because it gets pretty chaotic when you're fighting ships and everything shooting at you all at once. This one's going to be mostly just beat the game, nothing special in general. I will time this, of course, just to be safe. Alright. So anyway, I am going to put in RGL for the name before we get started. So once I hit start, we'll start the timer. Anyway, let me get one more thing set up. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Time for the battle of survival. I did get permission to use auto mode, so auto fire, so we're going to pick that up. Because this game is going to be very long. This has about at least 12 to 13 areas we have to mow through, pretty much. We do get power-ups in the course of the game, and we do want them because that improves our firepower. The main weapon we're going to be using throughout most of the run is the three-way. Covers a pretty good area. That's probably the next best area, aside from the three-way in terms of firepower. But Mega Bazooka Launcher and the Auto Fire are going to be our go-to high-powered attacks if we need them. So basically, the plot of this game is that the Bonzon Empire has invaded Earth, and we are assigned to basically save it from destruction from them. So anyway, the item we just uncovered is the Combiner. It combines both Alpha and Beta. This game definitely does borrow a lot of heavy resemblance of Robotech. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Anyway, we got our full power now, but we do need to upgrade our Mega Bazooka. Some enemies will give us power-ups without having to turn them from hitting the POWs. I should warn you that if you do not use auto fire, your hands will get tired and sore. So having auto fire is definitely a blessing for this run, obviously. Anyway, this is an auto-scroller, unfortunately, so the only things that would probably matter if this game was speedrunnable would be how fast we take out the bosses. Luckily, we got a weapon in the form of Mega Bazooka Launcher. Unfortunately, only have one level. We can fix that. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have level 2. Anyway, you can upgrade Bit and Spread Gun up to level 3. Mega Bazooka Launcher and three-way require upgrade 2 times. Auto only requires 1. Now, thankfully, since we're playing this on level 0, the enemies won't be shooting at us a whole lot. So that, of course, is very good, but as with most arcade games, this game does have ranks, so it's going to get increasingly difficult. Sometimes when you lose your combined form, your rank does take a nosedive, so that'll help stop enemies from shooting at you for a while, but eventually the game will start getting difficult as we get into more areas. Not only in terms of bosses, but also enemies will be appearing all over the place. We want to keep the combined form on our character as much as possible. Now, of course, each combined form is much different than the others. I prefer Beta's combined form rather than this. I mean, even though you do get an 8 spread shot here with Alpha, it is, how should I put it, not very reliable, obviously. Oh, I think I might have taken a hit there. Yeah, in combined form, you take up to 2 hits, obviously. Unfortunately, sometimes missiles don't get destroyed, like that one right there. Now, if we were playing on higher difficulties, those things would start firing at us. So anyway, we're getting close to the end of Area 2. I refer to them as areas. But each area gets progressively difficult as you make your way through. Yeah, that one just opened fire just now. So anyway, we're coming up to these wheel enemies. There's 3 of them in the entire game. We'll be encountering this one, and then we'll be encountering the next one in Area 4, and then we'll probably encounter the final wheel on the final level. So yeah, Mega Bazooka Launcher is pretty OP. Now, there is a few opportunities to pick up level ups in this game. We'll be picking up most of our lives through score, of course. You do have to watch out for enemies coming in all directions. Now, shooting in certain areas will expose bonus points. They can range from cows to strawberries to barrels. On rare occasions, you can actually find one-ups in the form of mobile chans. Even though HyperDyne Sidearms never received any official sequels, they did make appearances in later Capcom games as cameo appearances as these mobile chans, as they're called. So you might, if you remember playing the SNES version of Street Fighter and all that, when you're selected modes, you'll probably remember those mobile chans. There's one for Alpha and Beta. Now, of course, they didn't open fire right there, but if we were playing on higher difficulty, it would be a different story. Now, there is 2 centipede creatures like these. I am going to try to keep the combined form in as long as possible. So I do think I have taken a hit earlier. So that was one of the mobile chans that we just picked up for a 1-up. That's how they appear in this game, obviously. Now, we're coming up to the next boss. These things will start firing homing missiles at us. So we want to take those out. So anyway, we're coming up against this boss here. The only thing that's different from the Stage 1 boss is the fact that it fires homing missiles. But starting from once we get into Area 6, that's going to change everything because the battleships they'll throw at us will start moving after us. So Area 4 is a very long stage. You got enemies coming at you all over the place. You also have a lot of installations of enemy shooters and such. So they're not afraid to open fire. So if we do lose our combined form and get another one, we can definitely lower the rank on purpose. And they can stop firing, including the boss, for the rest of the entire level. Now, we could grab a power-up, free bonus points, but we'll just go underneath. Bonus points are purely optional. Of course, you do have a limit as to how much extra lives you can pick up on score alone. Went and destroyed that one on purpose so we can lower rank. We do have centipedes coming up. Ooh, I don't know if I took a hit or not. I have my TV muted, so I can't really hear. Ooh, this one's got oh boy, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna probably be suffering for right now. Ah, there goes my three-way shot, unfortunately. Yeah, this game can pretty much get chaotic if you don't have your combined form, obviously. Hopefully we can get our power-ups back. Now, the next combiner isn't going to be available until near the end. Whoa, that was close. Those things are pretty annoying due to the fact that they can, if you're too close to them, they'll fire wherever your character's at. Even though I do have auto fire applied, it doesn't fire nearly as fast unless I'm near the edge of the screen. Unfortunately, having more speed is a blessing and a curse as well, so it could be either a blessing or, in some cases, it might land you in a shot if you're not careful. I played this a long time ago at the youth center at Alabama, where I was living at Fort McClellan at the time. Of course, I had to take a lot of deaths and whatnot, but I got better at it. I eventually started 1CCing it. Finally, we got our combiner back. Okay, we're going to position ourselves to right near the wheel, because it's going to fire twin lasers. We do want to position ourselves right near the core. Whew, that was close. Alright, so let's keep going. Anyway, we got past round 4. Round 5 is a little bit more tame. We're starting to get further into the depths of the earth. If you haven't realized, all the areas we've been going to is late. We're moving further into the center of the earth. Though as to why is there space in the Earth's core, I have no idea. But then again, it's best never to question video game logic. It's kind of a shame we don't know much about the Bonzon Empire either, which is the main antagonist group of this game. There are pilots that do control Alpha and Beta. Lieutenant Henry controls Alpha, while Sergeant Sanders controls Beta. So yeah, those guys fire off homing missiles. Of course, if we do lose our combiner, there is one coming up in a while. Alright, there we go. Anyway, we're getting close to... We got a ton of enemies merging all over the place. Not very surprising. Anyway, there's that other combiner I was talking about, but we were able to keep ours. So far, I don't think we've taken any hits, at least for now. So there's more of those bonus points. If you played Gunsmoke, those barrels originate from that game. I will say this, Capcom definitely wanted you to fork over as much money as possible playing these shooters. But yeah, at this point the enemies will start opening fire on us. So anyway, we're coming up to the second and final encounter with the boss from Stage 3. Area 3. Of course, we don't damage these guys right off the gate, so we do have to keep firing on them, at least. So anyway, we pick up this auto right here because this is arguably the best auto. The star one is, I'm not going to mention it on stream because I don't think that might be appropriate, but, well, it's technically, well, I call it a stinky auto. Let's just put it that way, but you can imagine what that kind of auto is. It fires up and down, but it's not as consistent as the Yashi auto. Of course, that symbol, of course, has made appearances in earlier Capcom games. And it's after one of the developers, I believe. So anyway, we're now at the military base of the Bonzon Empire, so fighting's going to get pretty fierce here. Yeah, there's a free three-way. Picking up those bonuses. Now, technically, with Auto Mega Bazooka Launcher, we can destroy those centipede monsters pretty easily. Believe it or not, the final boss is based off of that enemy, actually, but has more features than the centipede monsters do. Ooh, that was close. Okay, please stop firing homing missiles at me. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Starting with this stage and onwards, we're going to be fighting a boss that's capable of pursuing us. And you'll see why in a minute if he decides to chase us, that is. Ooh, this is not good. Yeah, like that. So yeah, this game can be very unforgiving. This boss does not hold back when it comes to wanting to hurt you. So unfortunately we lost our combined form. It does lower down the rank a bit, but at this point, enemies will start firing at us, and this is where things can get pretty chaotic if you're not careful. Let's get these power-ups out of the way because it does interfere with our shots on enemies, and enemies are going to be coming all over the place. A lot of the earlier enemies won't be appearing nearly as frequently as they did in the past. And we're going to be seeing more of these centipede monsters. Of course, those missiles from earlier are back as well. Fortunately, my speed's kind of shot, unfortunately. We might be taking a continue if things keep going the way they are. Yeah, that is a pretty rough area. Alright, we got our combined form back. there's going to be more centipedes coming up. That's not the last of them, of course. Yeah, you can definitely tell this auto is the best one to get. Alright, we got our three-way shot back. Yeah, you can definitely tell these things can pursue you whenever they so want. We don't want to be opening fire on him when he does that, because he'll stop wherever he's at when he opens fire. That was not a very easy area to get through. And if you thought that was bad, wait until the next parts come up. They're way worse than what you just seen. Even at level 0, this area could still give you some trouble. Technically, if I wanted to, I'd rather be playing as beta. At least this guy didn't give me any trouble there. We're not out of the woods yet. The next part's probably the next worst here. Anyway, I think that was 8 we just went through. I kind of lost track at this point, but I think this is 10. Yeah, one of those guys had a combiner, but we're good right now. Whoa. Yeah, this gets crazy even on the lowest difficulty. And the fast-moving centipedes are probably the worst ones to deal with. They always fire when the tail's lost. And thankfully taking that loss of the combined form is beneficial here because we can get one right here again. As you can definitely tell, the rank went down after losing that combined form. Whew. So far so good. Regardless if I take a continue, I am finishing this run regardless. Anyway, we got a boss fight coming up. Yeah, see right there, if you do him while he's moving, he'll stop wherever he got shot at. And you're just gonna have to deal with him there. It's worse if he's near you where he can hit you with those three-way shots and those missiles. We should be getting close to finishing up the last bit of those battleship cruisers. Alright, rank's been restored, so we do have to be wary of enemy shots now. At this part, we just made it all the way into the Bonzon Empire's turf, so they're not too happy with the fact we just broke through their entire force. Of course, they're throwing everything out now. I'm gonna go ahead and re-grab this so we don't have to worry about losing it again. As you can definitely tell, the rank went back down to normal thanks to that. So sometimes when you do lose your combined form, it does lower the rank a bit. I think it might also count as a death in some cases. I don't know how the game works, unfortunately, but... Whoa. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, unfortunately all the power-ups go over there, obviously. Alright, the next one's probably the last one we have to deal with. Not many enemies outside the centipedes. Alright, we made it to the wheel parts, so we managed to make it to Bonzon's turf, so once we defeat this one, we're going on to the final boss. Alright, so we only get a combiner and a 1-up coming up, so we want to get these before we fight Bonzon here. Well, there's no real name for the final boss other than this old statue we see right here. So, Bonzon is a pretty annoying boss to deal with. Whenever he fires both from his head and tail, and it's pretty much identical to an 8-way shot of sorts. I am going to try to do the best I can to avoid them. So of course he'll start firing more faster as as he goes down, and that's time. As you can see, that's all there is to the ending. Congratulations, the end. Thank you, opponent. The opponent. Thank you, Allrock, for the GG. Solus, GGG, Riverwind, Onboard, Freeland3, Lara SR. Thank you for the GGs. You did. But yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of notable people on there that went on to do other Capcom games. Of course, Sidearms is not well known, but it's definitely worth a pickup. Yeah, unfortunately, our name doesn't appear there. Yes, it is, opponent. Yes, it is. I think it's pretty much I think they were probably inspired with the Journey of the Center of the Earth plus Robotech, pretty much. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me for my runs for Shmuptember. This is actually my first time taking part in this event, I might add. So before I close down, I want to give a quick shout out to all the people in RGL for allowing me to have a chance to run these games, and allow others to bring their shooters as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this event is going to go. Of course, coming up next, we have the community event taking place where Death Smiles is going to be played. Anyway, there's going to be that plus more runs to come for the rest of the weekend or for the rest of the event. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all again for letting me on here to demonstrate my talents with both Mercs and Sidearms. And I would strongly recommend checking these games out. They're both available on Capcom Arcade Stadium 1 and 2. Of course, you would have to buy them both separate to play them. Unfortunately, there's only the Japanese version in the Mercs, which is very unfortunate, but I hope you got to see what the speedrun looks like for the Japanese version, at least. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today. This is Rotorstorm331, closing out on my part of Shmuptember. Enjoy the rest of the event, and have a great day.